Good morning, students. Welcome to your maths class. In the last class, you had learned axioms and postulates. Children, in today's class, we are going to know how these axioms and postulates are used to prove some propositions or theorems. Yes. What do you mean by these propositions or theorem? Okay, let me explain. These all are some mathematical statements like postulates, but it needs some logical mathematical proofs. Yes, children. Theorems are also mathematical statements like postulates, but postulates doesn't need proof, isn't it? We accepted it as self-evident truths, but this other than these postulates, theorems needs some logical mathematical proofs. By using these postulates, you have to prove theorem. Okay, so this is the difference between. This is what the difference between these postulates and theorems. Okay, let me explain what are the steps were needed to prove a theorem first. Yes, these all are the steps needed to prove a theorem. First, we should have a rough idea as to how to proceed. Yes, how to proceed. ಹೇಗೆ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಅದರ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅದು ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. This is the first step needed to prove a theorem. In the next step, the information already given to us in a theorem has to be early understood and used. Yes, in the theorem, in the statement of the theorem itself, they given some informations that we called it as the already given statements. And we have to understood that statement, and we have to use how we have to know how to use those information. So, for example, if I say the product of two even natural number is also even natural number, then in this statement they given two even natural numbers, isn't it? That is the given. By using those natural numbers, you have to prove that the product of two natural numbers are even natural number. Okay, understood? Shall we move to the next step? Yes, you can also use constructions during the process of providing a theorem. Yes, for some theorems to prove, you have to construct, you have to do some constructions. For example, you studied in your 8th standard that the sum of the interior angle of a triangle is 180 degrees, isn't it? In that theorem, you constructed a line segment which is opposite to any line segment of a triangle and through the opposite side, isn't it? In that you constructed a parallel line. So by using that parallel line, constructed parallel line, you deduced that theorem, isn't it? So ಆ ರೀತಿ ಒಂದು ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಥಿಯರಮ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಇನ್ ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಆ ಪ್ರೂಫ್ ಇಸ್ ಮೇಡ್ ಅಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ ಸಕ್ಸೆಸಿವ್ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮ್ಯಾಥಮೆಟಿಕಲ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಎಸ್, a proof is made up of a successive sequence of mathematical statements. In that theorem, you use the properties of parallel lines, isn't it? And parallel lines properties ಅನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದೆ. such alternate angles are equal ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಆ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿಯನ್ನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಿ. alternate angles are used ಅನ್ನೋ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಯಾವುದು? that you had learned ಅರ್ಲಿ ಲರ್ನ್ಡ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಅದನ್ನ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ ಒಂದು ಶಿಸ್ತುಬದ್ಧವಾಗಿ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸಿಕೊಂಡಿದೆ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಜೋಡಿಸಿಕೊಂಡು ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೂಫ್ ಅನ್ನ ನೀವು ಮ್ಯಾಥಮೆಟಿಕಲ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಅದು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಥಿಯರಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಇನ್ ದ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್, ದ ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಅ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ದಟ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಆಸ್ ಟು ಪ್ರೂವ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ್ದನ್ನ ಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳಿದಾರೋ ಅದನ್ನ ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಷನ್ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ, ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಅದೇ ಥಿಯರಮ್ ಅನ್ನ ತಗೊಳ್ಳುವ, ದ ಸಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ ಇಂಟೀರಿಯರ್ ಆಂಗಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್ ಇಸ್ 180 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಅಂತ ನೀವು ಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಲ್ಲ ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಗೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಷನ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀರಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಎಸ್, ದೇರ್ ಫೋರ್ ದ ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಷನ್ ದ ಸಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ ಇಂಟೀರಿಯರ್ ಆಂಗಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್ ಇಸ್ 180 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಲ್ಲ, ಆ ರೀತಿ ಒಂದು ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಷನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಎಸ್, ದೀಸ್ ಆಲ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಸಮ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ಸ್ ನೀಡೆಡ್ ಟು ಪ್ರೂವ್ ಅ ಥಿಯರಮ್. ಓಕೆ, let me explain by taking an example. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನೊಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಒಂದೆರಡು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ನ ತಗೊಂಡು ಥಿಯರಮ್ ಅನ್ನ ಹೇಗೆ ಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ, ಹೇಗೆ ಆಕ್ಸಿಯಮ್ಸ್ ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಕಲ್ತಿರೋ ನಾವು ಆಕ್ಸಿಯಮ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಪಾಸ್ಟುಲೇಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸಿಕೊಂಡು ಥಿಯರಮ್ ಅನ್ನ ಹೇಗೆ ಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನೋಡುವ. ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ, ರೈಟ್ ಡೌನ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್. If A, B and C are 3 points on a line and B lies between A and C, then prove that AB plus BC is equal to AC. Yes, here the given, yes, what they given, a line segment is given, no? Yes, they told that in the statement itself, the points on a line, isn't it? And the line anna kottidare. So on that line, the 3 points are there, A, B and C. By using these hints, these points, you have to prove that the AB plus BC is equal to AC. For that, we need a diagram, isn't it? Let me do that. Yes, here is a line AC. And A, B and C are the points which are on the line AB, AC, isn't it? And this point B lies between the points A and C. And then we should prove that the sum of this AB and BC is equal to AC. So children, now think and give me answer. Which axiom can we use here to prove this statement? Yes, good. Axiom 4. What it states? It states that things which coincide with one another are equal to one another, isn't it? Remember? ಅಲ್ವಾ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ವಸ್ತು ಒಂದರ ಜೊತೆ ಐಕ್ಯ ಆಗಿದ್ದಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಒಂದಕ್ಕೊಂದು ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾರಲ್ವಾ. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಈ ಲೈನ್ ಎ ಸಿ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಎ ಬಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಬಿ ಸಿ ಮೇಲೆ ಐಕ್ಯ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ದೆ ಆದ್ರೆ ಎ ಬಿ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಬಿ ಸಿ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಎ ಸಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಲ್ವಾ. ಎಸ್, here in this figure AC is coincide with AB and BC. Let me show. Yes, here this AC is coincide with AB plus BC. Are understood? Can we say these two lines coincide with each other, isn't it? So we can conclude that this AB plus BC is equal to AC because they are identical. Why? They are superimposed, isn't it? So they are identical and they are equal. So this is what the proof of your theorem. I hope you understood, children. Okay, let us move on to our next example here. If prove that an equilateral triangle can be constructed on any given line segment. This is for example 2. Yes. Here you have to construct an equilateral triangle, isn't it? On any given line segment. Before proving this, going to prove this theorem, I want to know what do you mean by this equilateral triangle? Do you know? Yes, you know that. If all the sides of a triangle is equal to each other, then we call it as an equilateral triangle, isn't it? ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಒಂದು ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲಿನ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸೈಡ್ಸ್ ಮೂರು, ಎಲ್ಲ ಸೈಡ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದು ಮೂರು ಸೈಡ್ಸ್ ಒಂದಕ್ಕೊಂದು ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾನು ಈಕ್ವಲಾಟ್ರಲ್ ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಈಕ್ವಲಾಟ್ರಲ್ ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್ ಅಂತ ಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಆಲ್ ದ ಸೈಡ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ವಾ. ಹಿಯರ್ ದೇ ಗಿವನ್ ದಟ್ you should construct an equilateral triangle on any given line segment. Yes, here what they given in this theorem? Yes, they given a line segment. On that line segment you have to construct an equilateral triangle. Okay, let me show how to construct a equilateral triangle on any given line segment. For that we need a line, no? So let me draw. Yes, here I constructed a line segment AB. Okay, and children, you know that a circle can be constructed with any center and by using any radius, isn't it? Which postulate is that? Yes, postulate number 3, isn't it? You remember? Yes, postulate 3 says that a circle can be constructed by using any point and any radius. Here, now I am going to construct a circle through point A. Yes. In the theorem, they given that they asked to construct an equilateral triangle on one side, on one line segment. Okay, but for that we need to construct two circles of same radius with different point of center. Okay, let me construct a circle now. Yes, through point, with this point A as the center. Now I'm going to construct a circle here. Yes, this is a circle with the point A as the center. Okay. Again, I have to construct a circle with B as the center and with AB as the radius. Observe here, these two circles are intersecting at the point here, and I am going to call this point as the line point E. Okay. Yes, these two circles are intersected at the point E here. And now I am going to draw a line segment through these points A and E, and also from B and E, like this. So now we got a triangle here, isn't it? Yes, the triangle that we got is called it as a AEB, isn't it? So can we say this triangle is equilateral? Can we say this triangle as an equilateral triangle? How we can say this is an equilateral triangle? Yes, for that we need some proof, no? For that we have to prove that this AE is equal to AB is equal to BE, no? So this is what mathematical proofs we need. We have to use this by logically, okay? Let me show. Here, can we say the line segment AB is equal to AE? Yes, these two line segments are equal because they all are the radii of the same circles, isn't it? AB ಮತ್ತೆ AE ಅನ್ನೋದೆರಡು ಕೂಡ ಒಂದೇ circle with center A, the radius ಅಲ್ವಾ? You know that the radii of the same circle are equal, isn't it? So, ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು AB is equal to AE ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. So, we can write this AB is equal to AE since they are the radii of the same circle, okay? Let it be equation 1. Again, can we say this line segment AB is equal to BE? Yes, these are also radii of the same circle with center B, no? So they are also equal. That's AB is equal to BE. So we can write AB is equal to BE since they are the radii of the same circle. Let it be equation 2. Now observe from equation 1 and 2, can we say AE is equal to BE? Yes, we can. Why? Because here AE is equal to AB and B is equal to AB here. And these two are the line segments which are equal to the same line segments, no? Isn't it? Which property or which axiom, which postulate are you using here? I think axiom, isn't it? Which axiom? Yes, axiom number 1, isn't it? Things which are equal to the same things are equal to one another. You remember? Yes, here AE and B are the two different objects. These two different line segments are equal to the same line segment AB, no? So we can say that these two AE is equal to BE. By using axiom 1, we can say that AB is equal to BE is equal to AE. So these AB, AE and BE are the sides of the equilateral triangle, isn't it? And they are equal. So can we conclude triangle ABC is an equilateral triangle? Yes, this is what you proved, that triangle ABC is an equilateral, and you constructed this equilateral triangle on the given line segment. Can you tell me, children, which are the axioms we used here to prove these two theorems? Yes, axiom 3 and 4, isn't it? So, I hope you understood, children. Now you have to try your exercise problems, okay? Thank you.